And if you told you that your soul's worries are quiet cries of the divine, trying to let the truth show you through, they are not just coincidences. Imagine if these times of estrangement from the surroundings were really a holy mark created by God, signifying your selection for a certain purpose. Gabriel here is the guide of the channel, the spiritual secret, and today, your soul called you here for a cause beyond human knowledge. Few others have the chance to know the reality you are confronting. This movie is a powerful summons to those who were selected by God, to those who feel the boldness of the cosmos blazing within, calling out by change and revelation. It is not for the apathetic or for those who live only on the surface. Ignoring this message is not a choice for anyone following the road of light. Losing would be to shut your eyes to a truth sent straight to your heart and soul. I want you in the comments. If you, like me, have previously experienced this spiritual restlessness that demands on not being disregarded. This is the start of our spiritual journey, being acknowledged together. And when you appreciate this film, you will be in accordance with the previously stated goal of embracing the energy that links us as friends on the road of our greatest call. We are about to go out a journey, revealing the 7 indicators pointing to God's unique mark in your life. Prepare your heart and soul as we are going to walk the tightrope between the unknown and the revelation, between uncertainty and certainty. Already experienced by many of us, the sense of non-belonging is just the first door leading forward. Stay with me because the trip is still in progress. Imagine now for a minute if the doubts, feelings, and experiences you have always had are not the outcome of chance, but rather the invisible fingerprints of a secret truth only the enlightened ones have access to. Many have been blind to this knowledge that is now clearly shown before their eyes as a strong and unquestionable lighthouse. From a great spiritual truth, from which only really prepared may become conscious. We are not here discussing ideas or inferences. You have been invited here today, as this reality directly pertains to the previously set goal for your life. For the selected ones, the phenomena we describe is God's holy mark on their life. Consider yourself as a blank canvas on which the divine's hand brushes events, feelings, and intuitions to create a unique and timeless image. Signs, little bits of a bigger plane, visible only to those who dare to look beyond the surface, show this brand. Imagine yourself as an out-of-water fish, always feeling inadequate, as if you lived between dimensions that do not interact. This is just one of the indicators that your spiritual trip serves a great goal. These times when life appears to speak an indecipherable language, when things seem far away, and you sense a hidden contract between the world and your conscience. All of this is not accident. Every obstacle surmounted, every difficulty conquered, is brick building a means of access to the task given. Do you recall times when exposing dreams has plagued you, or times when you felt facts still unspoken? These are the expression of this holy brand. Those who want to grow and walk in time with their inner essence must first understand this fact. Ignoring this is like to ignoring the divine summons, caught in endless cycles of uncertainty and suffering that prevent their actual spiritual advancement. This is the moment of opening the eyes of awareness to perceive reality and its magnificence as it is, therefore transforming the existence from this discovery. Realizing you are one of the marked, a chosen one, helps you to see a fresh side of your own spiritual potential and power. Prepare yourself. When we go to the next block, we will enter the particular indicators verifying your unique assignment, therefore increasing your awareness and creating a fresh route of enlightenment. The road the selected follows calls for a profound inward change, even if it is lined by heavenly signals. Imagine for a minute how the moon phases, each symbolizing a step of your journey, slowly disclose their fullness, thereby gradually exposing the whole light that already lives within you. This holy mark, this sense of not belonging, usually shows itself as a dark night of the soul, when the landscape looks hazy and unsure, yet every step is a necessary march toward complete enlightenment. Think back to times throughout your life when you were confronted with seeming unmatched, difficult circumstances. On this path, how many times have you felt alone, not realizing that these times are the universe shaping its character and wisdom? They are selected when they confront their challenges, just like the clay gains strength from shaping and fire treatment. Under this perspective, consider, how many times are these inner and outside conflicts nothing but the roots that must develop so their spiritual trunk would grow strong and worthy? Knowing this reality will help you to access the dormant code in your spiritual DNA, a code that resounds at the center of your existence and changes its path. The ancient words ring, "Blessed are those who cry, for they will be comforted." And in this consolation comes the realization that each tear dropped was a step towards its preparation, a cleansing that purifies the road to its ultimate magnificence. Ignoring this belief keeps one on the banks of possibility, unable to really blossom. When you do this, your abilities and spiritual gifts, choked by doubts and concerns, dwell firmly in disappointment and stupid cycles. But when one embraces the depth of this truth, an awakening starts that turns gloom into light and cycles of suffering into a road of direction and significance. I then invite you to courageously explore the journey you have traveled here, and see the exquisite tapestry your life is creating. Because God is amusing every strand of His divine destiny, even amid hardship. And be ready to see how this process that blossoms from inside your being will show even more strongly in your life, guiding you to your higher purpose as we go. The profundity of the spiritual trip is like diving into uncharted seas, where every layer of knowledge opens a new vista of awareness. When we discuss lighting and elevating its essence, we are speaking about an ongoing process occurring at ever-rising degrees of awareness. The spread of the spirit reflects the development of a large oak, in which every ring on its trunk stands for a season of learning and maturation. Deepening your knowledge of the spiritual phenomena helps you to see this reality appear in your life more clearly. The approach consists of phases of spiritual development. First, in acceptance, a real surrender to the goal that resounds in your heart. This acceptance will transcend the words and become deeds that really represent their core. How many times have you wondered about the events of your life, only to discover now that every one of them was a secret teacher, softly guiding him toward his meant path? The second phase is integration, in which the intellect and spirit unite to let outside knowledge couple with the interior intuition. Biblical parallels blossom at this point, as Christ bearing the cross, precisely knowing the task before him, a sign of the weight and responsibility accompanying the acceptance of his vocation. It is in this area of integration that your formerly foggy spiritual vision clarifies with divine insight, and perceptions become compassion. At last, the stage of manifestation. The truth that had been suppressed within is now clearly evident and dynamic in physical reality. This is the era when spiritual ideas materialize in strong acts and dreams come true, therefore transforming not only their own life, but also the life of those around them. The personal testimony that the inspirational tales are formed from, who help others along the waking path. Ignoring these stages means that one is always searching, like someone who blindly probes in darkness, unable to see the beauty and brightness of the surroundings. Conversely, embracing them and guiding them in your harmonic dance guarantees that every step takes you closer to live your whole and complete truth. Thus, as we go, see its expansion as the dawn turning into darkness in brilliant light. Keep with us to develop much more in this holy spiritual trip. There are holy processes on this road of spiritual development that guide the selected to a fresh reality of awareness and goal. Both internal and exterior, these procedures are meant to reinterpret its core and equip it to serve its divine purpose. They are a better kind of education, a lever of the universe pushing its development and realizing your life in line with cosmic order. First, we discovered the waking stage. There is a startling cry in the spirit, a stir that cannot be disregarded, like a seed waking gradually beneath earth. At this point, the chosen one experiences increasing restlessness, as if the surroundings no longer reflect the profundity of his ideas and emotions. The spirit yearns for growth and for solutions to the problems troubling your intellect. This marks the start of a process that starts to migrate internal mountains, therefore changing their impression and creating a doorway to fresh ideas. The purification process follows. See yourself like gold. Only when refined by fire will its actual beauty show. At this point, life might provide obstacles that seem to be difficulties. Rather, they are chances to clear toxins and reinforce their spiritual framework. This is a time for reflection, letting go of constrictive ideas and working with emotional criteria, holding you captive with delusion. Reflecting the energy cleansing that is happening, the physical body could even experience effects of this, including exhaustion or minor physical changes. Lighting comes in the third step. The chosen one starts to see beyond the surface of reality, just as Moses in the wilderness discovered strength in his divine presence to lead his people. Realistic views shine via synchronistic occurrences and daily encounters. Intuitions become stronger, and clarity starts to show out within your being. This is a time of flow, when the soul, mind, and body cooperate in harmony to increase their own vibration and orient their path to the higher good. Those who overlook these systems, meanwhile, stay mired in the shadow of inertia. They perceive a continuous detachment of the spirit world and keep repeating previous habits. Right now is the moment to open to this process and completely merge every lesson the cosmos offers. Only then will you find the totality of your purpose exposed. Get ready. Merely knowing this road will help you to go toward your actual light. On our path, we descended into the spiritual mechanics, guiding the chosen's change, thereby revealing how it can methodically advance toward its heavenly goal. Both invisible and physical, these mechanisms fit as gears in the great global machine of waking, harmonizing mind, body, and spirit. We discuss first the relationship with the inner quiet. This technique is predicated on the theory that every turmoil has a moment of calm, and that the chosen one starts to hear the voice of the divine in this area. Like Elijah, who listened to the gentle wind after the earthquake, you are asked to set times of stillness in your everyday life so that inner knowledge can show itself. Whether waking up a rest night or for a break in the day, you find peace, deep breathing, and let your mind to hear the faint signals your heart already recognizes. We then turn now to the separation procedure. Here, The selected one gains the ability to let go of too strict control and unquestioning faith in outcomes. For those who, like Abraham, are ready to follow faith, even without knowing the precise fate, and are called to leave their country, the spiritual road shows itself. Acknowledging where attachment and fear permeate their everyday choices, deliberately release them knowing that the universe itself guides their energy to what really matters. Aligning with inspired action in the third phase helps us to see that knowledge of the truth is insufficient. We must live it really. Inspired action is one born of the heart, spoken by the spirit, and resonant with the more general good. Like it is these deeds that confirm their spiritual metamorphosis in the corporeal world, try to behave in line with their greatest ideals, much like the apostles who departed to teach outside of their countries. But be careful of inertia. Those who stand out for doubt or anxiety run the danger. Without calm or advancement, they continue to be in a constant cycle of limited patterns, pain, spiritual traps. Conversely, those who dare to welcome each mechanism with full presence are moving toward its potentiality, a harmonic dance between free choice and divine destiny. Time and opportunity do not expect, hence the moment to act is right now. Accept quiet, abandon attachment, then match your behavior to your spiritual center. Doing this not only walks, but also soars to fulfill your ultimate truth. For those who go boldly on the path of light, transformation is waiting. Imagine two selected souls marked by the same light, but on different pathways on the grand spiritual trip. Walking in the light of acceptance first lets its essence blossom with the truth it sensed. Driven by an inward confidence devoid of worldly evidence, he was like the disciples trailing the star to the child in Bethlehem. Accepting his vocation, he discovers harmony and direction, leaps into adversities, knowing they are vital phases of development. This selected experiences the tranquility that comes from honesty and congruence with his objective, therefore feeling the pulse of the cosmos in his connections. Conversely, we have the selected who chooses to reject their call, only to discover the storm and guts of the giant fish, thus mimicking the fugitive Jonas, who veers from the truth. His life is fraught with apparently insurmountable difficulties. His relationships are conducted under strain and removal. Arrested in repeated cycles of disappointment and sorrow, he is selected to be caught in a web of unresolved questions and a continuous search for something that is profoundly embedded in his spirit, but resists to acknowledge. Consider the legends you know. Two lives distinguished by different decisions, one headed toward acceptance, another veering in opposition spirals. The person who embraces his truth finds that the clarity and certainty of a goal to be realized brightens the path, even if it is difficult. The doors open. The one who resists is always surrounded by signals of the cosmos, experiences that resound with the echo of a neglected purpose, therefore extending the cycle of restlessness. And so, with eye on the eye, I ask you, which of these two paths are you going on today? Remember, the choice to accept its core is profoundly personal, yet its implications are timeless and unavoidable. Use the light of who you really are, or seek an illusion, never able to fulfill your soul. May every decision one makes consider this enigma, as in choice lies the ability to change the course of life. The hour of truth is right now. Your preferred approach will be what? Imagine, therefore, two chosen sailors for life, both having received the same heavenly mark, but treading paths that divide them like the banks of a river, an evidence of the pleasure of acceptance, while the other knows the agony of opposition. First is Mariana, who let her inner light lead her and embraced her identity. She embraced the instincts and signals that have always been there, seeing them as headlights on her journey, much like a tree choose to grow in the sunshine. The challenges in your life have turned into teachings, each essential element in the fabric of your awakening. Mariana views the world through the prism of love and alignment. This alignment shows itself in her personal relationships, which grow in harmony and mutual respect. Rich in significance, his spiritual life has a direction that inspires and fills everything around it. Unlike her, we have Luke, the selected who turns away the quiet burning within. Fearing the unknown, he follows the norms of the society, like a sailor clinging to the port as the storm develops on the horizon. His days are defined by a continuous struggle against the winds of destiny that seeks to resist, often falling back into criteria that irritate and restlessness drives him. Luke often exhibits this resistance in his interactions, building barriers and gaps that hide his actual and strong bond with others and himself. Do you see yourself in Mariana's decisions or in Lucas's struggle? This meditation is a mirror for your personal trip, not just a workout. Currently, which road are you deciding upon? Those who reject their essence are caught in their own shadows and lead a cycle of suffering and inertia. Those who embrace their truth already discover a world of possibilities in which every day serves as a fresh page in their own growth book. And this ability of choice determines the long-lasting effect of our path. As life itself shows us, the decisions we make affect not just our path, but also our entire life. I so ask one more question. What way do you choose to go from today? May your heart go over the rail of enlightened purpose, courageous and convinced. We have thus so far presented not just a great knowledge, but also an essential revelation that throbs to be lived and experienced. This road invites to change every element of its life. It is not just intellectual. The actual spiritual development calls for action. One must go beyond lethargy and promise practice. Others who welcome this dedication will see the actual improvements show themselves. Others who hesitate stay caught in the cycles of uncertainty and dread. Let us now highlight 3 spiritual activities that could start this metamorphosis. The first is the centering meditation. Select a peaceful area in your surroundings, then feel naturally near to closing your eyes. Deeply inhale and remember the heavenly light inside of you. See this light expanding to occupy your body and spreading in every direction. Recite phrases of power with great intention, like, "I am one with the divine will." This helps you to realize your spirit with your life goal, and therefore relax the mind. To experience a 15-minute daily practice, helping your frequency to increase. Second practice, thank you in writing. Every day when you wake up, jot 3 things you really appreciate. This helps you to see abundance and enables additional blessings to show up in your life. As you write, feel thanks coming from the heart and see how your energy field changes with time. Third practice is nature's contemplation. Go somewhere natural and let your focus on the minute elements of the surroundings. Track the leaf movement, the wind's sound, the intricacy of a flower. What does this beauty teach me about my own journey? You may ask yourself. This reactive link strengthens our spiritual essence by means of our primal impulses. I will also set you a spiritual challenge to demonstrate the potency of these techniques. Schedule a time to practice guided intuition during the next 24 hours. Calmly shut your eyes and ask yourself what your soul must do next. Let the response arrive naturally without coercion. Trust to go on this specified road. This exercise will help you to get more close to your own inner knowledge. Prepare yourself for internal opposition. It is inevitable when change penetrates the comfort of our knowledge. Still, this pain is the indicator of the continuous change. Those who dare to carry on despite obstacles are the true evolutionists. Not wait. Time to act is right now. With this reality, you will determine your path from now on. The call went through. You will reply. It is impossible to overestimate the value of the pragmatic application of knowledge as we progress in the spiritual trip. More than just a set of concepts, what we have investigated is a call to action, a chance to profoundly and practically change life. Only those who really promise to apply these facts will see substantial improvements in their spiritual life. While conscious action drives progress, hesitation just reinforces the old norms. You may start right now to acquire 3 basic habits. 1 should. This practice helps you to record and consider your visions and intuitions in the diary. Spend some time every morning or evening writing any ideas, dreams, or thoughts that come to you. By means of this basic habit, you bring the awareness into line with the unconscious, therefore enabling the clarity of the inner responses. Moreover, going over these notes helps one to see norms and guidelines. 3rd, set aside time to see your day upon waking, before you interact with the outer world. See yourself gracefully and confidently gliding over each choreography, each hurdle to be met. This technique helps you to tune your energy as frequently as you like to materialize, and also ready your thoughts to greet the day with a good attitude. The 3rd is gratitude meditation, till dusk. Close the day with thanks, seated gently, and consider the essential events you have gone through. Pay attention to the little blessings that dot your daily life, as much as major occurrences. This habit helps you to deepen your spiritual connection, reminds you of the many benefits currently enveloping your life, and creates space for even more. Here's a basic assignment for you during the next 24 hours. Work on active listening. Choose a discussion with someone and listen to really understand instead, than only to respond. See how this goal enhances your relationships and alters the nature of engagement. This little chore may help you to find the ability to be really present and the difference it makes in your views and interactions. Still, be conscious of the power and self-sabotaging forces that could develop. Even when it stunts our development, the comfort of the family member usually attracts the human mind. This first soreness is a sign of the correct road and a normal aspect of the selected trip. Those who tenaciously overcome their resistances undergo a real and deeper awakening. Hence, do not allow the challenges define your path. On the other hand, let them be evidence of their readiness for transformation. What you do with this truth will define your journey from now on. The call was made. You will answer. Let us move together, brave in the knowledge that awakening is within our reach. Let us go brave in knowing that awakening is within our reach. When our common road ends in this message, we shall restate the facts that were cornerstones of our spiritual experience. You now see that choosing entails realizing and respecting the signals God has indicated your path. Far from a conclusion, this insight is a door opening a path of ongoing education and awareness. Though the real transformation comes to implement and live every day, first seeing this fact is a necessary step. Let yourself in and consider the profundity of what we covered. Now that you know the truth, what will you do to it? This decision not only sets the path you follow, but also the kind of light that will radiate from the inside out, guiding all your trip. Distance is shortened. I ask him to show the universe his acceptance and mission statement, therefore establishing his dedication. If this message connected with your soul, say without thinking, "I accept my call." These words are much more than just text. They are a spiritual seal, a validation before the heavenly powers of their will to live matched with their destiny. Let us gather right now in a strong prayer. Tilt your head and open your heart. May God enlighten your steps, strengthen your soul, and open your eyes to the hidden truths. Following the road meant for you should help you to discover clarity, strength, and direction. Amen. And keep in mind, the road does not stop here. Come with me in the following film as we investigate an even greater secret, a discovery able of drastically changing your viewpoint. Though you are not alone, this community, this place, is a safe refuge for souls seeking the truth. Subscribe to the channel, activate the bell, because every subsequent revelation will be a necessary step in your spiritual development. The road is rich and demanding. Until our next encounter, may you stay blessed, cherished, and in peace. Go hard, go with faith. I am here, by your side on this walk, and together we shall uncover the glories of divine design in our life.